Welcome back to Strength Cultures Podcast, number one in the hearts, number one in the charts. We apologise for no episode last week. We missed, we actually had a technical error in the recording studio, but we are back this week, 123, I think the episode is. It's a fun one. We recap push, pull, run. Didier did really well. And we also had a bit of a deep and meaningful with Charlie, as seems to be the consistent trend on some of these podcasts. Recently, he's just been delving deep into his mental state around a whole bunch of different areas. But as always, thank you for checking it out. I just wanted to let you know that we do have our 6-week gym and coaching package that is rolling. We have sold 4 for April, so we currently only have 2 left for the intake of April. So if you're interested in getting involved at the gym here, there is no better time and no better offer than the 6-week gym and coaching package. You get personalized programming, your own coach for online support, 3 one-on-ones, and a full gym membership at Strength Culture, all for just $500 if you pay up front, which comes to about $83 a week. So if you're interested in getting involved with us, now is the best time. Reach out through the first link down below or simply shoot us a DM on Instagram. Charlie's decided not to apologise just to the podcast listeners. He said he's already apologised once.
Apologised. I gave some people formal apologies in person. Did it on the story last week. That's it. It's enough.
There's a little bit of a...
Fame's gone to your head, man. Micro fame.
Micro fame. I already apologised. My voice is break.
That's what you get for being a hard ass. Your voice breaks.
Yeah. Apologised.
I was actually disappointed because it was such a fun episode.
It was a good episode.
It's such like a obvious thing to say. Oh, you guys missed out on such a good episode, but you really did. It was genuinely so
build it up
good.
more. Really
I reckon it's the
make them
elites.
feel it.
The elites conspired to program Charlie's foot to kick it out. They didn't want us to know.
Yeah, it was fucking...
Didn't want the people to know.
Steph Claire Smith, who's recaptured a spot above us on the
That's
podcast charts.
Steph keep us
Claire.
down. But
Steph Claire.
We need some guests.
The elites.
Yeah, we do need to roll some guests in, especially before everyone starts the
I'm just
holidays.
glad I didn't pull the cord out when we had a guest.
Oh, yeah, wow.
that would have been
disaster.
Would you have apologised to the guest?
I would have felt bad. I did feel bad. This is the thing. I felt bad last week. A week's rolled by.
He doesn't feel bad anymore. That's the thing.
I don't feel bad. I'm not apologising. I
You know, hang
apologised
on.
last week.
I like that.
Move
You got to
on.
let it go. Live in the
Move on.
now. Eckhart Tolle.
Too much to the cancel culture.
What the fuck?
The second apology
What
is
are
too
you talking
It's too
about?
cancel culture for me.
Too much
I
apology.
reckon, yeah, we need to kick Charlie off the show.
Too
now.
much.
Yeah, the elites, man.
Too
You
much
lost
cancel
it.
culture. Apologise
Oh,
last
if
week.
you give in too much.
Yeah,
like
too
you're...
much.
Give him an inch, they take
You know
him
what they do
on.
like with Kevin Hart? They like made him apologise for shit he said 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 7 days ago. That's
yeah.
the difference.
7 days, it's gone. It's in the time. It's in the vault. It's done.
Vault. Done.
Vault.
Fucking hell.
It's in fucking cyberspace.
Because one conversation that I don't want to rehash conversations, but I feel like we need to rehash one of the conversations, which was related to the new coaches that are joining the roster as everyone goes on their holiday. We're not going to do it as much justice as we did last time, but
It could be better.
it could be better.
Could be better.
So, yeah, the boys are having some holidays over the next few months. We've got Didier going to Japan for his honeymoon. When do you leave?
Tomorrow, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Leave
3 weeks?
tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks.
Tomorrow in 3 weeks.
Tomorrow, 3 weeks from tomorrow, I should
Holidays.
say.
Yeah.
Tomorrow for 3 weeks, yeah.
Cracker.
3 weeks from tomorrow.
And
So
then-
if you're listing 3 weeks from yesterday.
Yeah. Nice. And then, obviously, Charlie's wedding is early July,
Mid-July.
mid-July.
14th.
So Charlie's gone for a month, and then Buzz is going to the wedding, and he's got like a 8-week holiday, 9-week holiday through
Greece.
90% Greece and 10% elsewhere, Ibiza.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously Donnie's going as well
Culture.
for the European summer. So the boys are over the next few months. The roster in the gym, on the gym floor, is going to be a bit bare, to say the least. So we needed to recruit some new people, recruit some new coaches to join the ranks, and we've put the feelers out there, and we've got them. So we've got Michael Rakic joining for a few mornings. We've got James George joining for a few Saturdays, and we've got Deucer.
Of course I did that.
Obviously not when we're away.
Yeah.
This is not doing
Yeah, no, Deuce is
Yeah, well,
covering
Deuce is
the,
doing some of my shifts when I'm away.
The Saturdays when
Didier's in
Deuce is away.
Tokyo.
Deuce is going to fly back after the wedding.
Didier's eating Kobe beef.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah,
Yakitori.
shouts out to our new coaching roster. we're gonna have to get him on the socials in some capacity.
Little meet the
B team.
meet the B team. That's it.
Before downstairs we were training, Jeremy and James George were just talking to each other like absolute dribble for like 2 minutes, and Nick just goes to me and goes, "You should just get them on the podcast."
Just let him roll.
Just the two of them. The way they were talking, it was absolute dribble. Dribble. A lot of dribble.
So yeah, very excited for that. You'll see him. You'll obviously see him in the gym if you pop in. But yeah, thank you for helping us because we're on our knees.
Holding it down for us.
We're on our knees this winter.
Never on knees.
Not on our knees.
Never on
In
knees.
the gym, we definitely are.
So, Mr. 2 month and 1 month holiday, 3 week holiday, fucking James gonna be by himself. I think Jamie will be feeling it. We're all
I'll be on my
jet-setting.
back.
Yeah,
painting.
I'm on my knees. You boys are. You guys are.
I'll be on the sunbed.
I'll be glistening, Marco.
Absolutely.
No, you won't be feeling it. You'll be right. I reckon you felt it. You felt
you'll
it
be fine,
way
man.
worse in 2017. That was when you were going to shut the gym.
Was it 20,
Tell the
2017 is when I started.
No,
it was before 2017.
It was 2017.
2017 winter.
When did I start?
Hey, don't test me on dates.
You started working in 2018.
I started 2018.
You started 2017.
I was
So we
summer of
opened in
2018.
July 2016, and then
What
the
date?
next, it was 12 months later. I went to Europe again.
All right, yeah, no.
Charlie had his-
And it was just me and Jamie.
I shouldn't have doubted you.
It was
I'm
just
sorry.
me and Jamie then, and
Charlie had his second European holiday. He's now lining up for his fourth.
that was my third. I did 2013, 2014, 2017, 2023, and this will be 24.
So you love it back to back. 13,
hectic.
14, now you go in 23, 23,
Yeah, there's
24.
So
yeah,
this is
every
your
every
sixth-
decade.
This
I
is
do
your
it back to
sixth
back.
European holiday.
Fifth. 13,
Hectic.
14, 17,
Let's roll through those numbers.
23, 24.
Fucking
So
hell.
next time you go is 2027.
Michael Jordan of bloody European
Hey,
holidays.
you gotta. Someone, who was I talking to? They had all these really nice golf clubs. I can't remember who it was, and like they were really expensive golf clubs. We had like sets of them.
Probably your uncle.
No, not my uncle. Someone telling me a story about
bike.
someone they know, and then the premise of the story was. They're like, oh, these are like really expensive clubs. You must have spent a lot of money. He goes, and then the answer was, I work hard. I can spend the money on the things I enjoy. That was the premise. So
Charlie works hard, spends on
I
Europe.
want to go to Europe.
Absolutely.
Europe. And when I say Europe, like 90% of the time is spent in Greece.
Greece. You're going to Greece.
I'm going to Greece.
How much of those 5 holidays, what percentage of time
20
is honestly in Greece?
2013, actually not that much. Actually not that much at all. 2013, we did 9 weeks and only 3 weeks was in Greece. So 6 weeks was
30%.
elsewhere. 30%. 2014, actually that was, probably 4 weeks out of the 7. 4 weeks out of the 7. And then
60%.
2017, not at all. I was only in Greece for 4 days. I went to Athens and that was it. The rest of the trip was elsewhere.
What's wrong with you?
That wasn't meant to be a Greece trip. We
He
were
had,
doing...
he had a hangover.
Yeah, we had a hangover.
much Greece.
Too much Greece. And then last year, obviously, Deuce and I wanted to do Greece together because we're both Greek.
Are you guys Greek?
No way.
No way,
No way.
She mine.
Hey, man.
And then this year,
Yeah, so back to 2017. Charlie goes away. At that
yeah.
point, we probably had 50 members, and I reckon 33 of them
went to Europe.
Went to Europe one winter. And I was working by myself.
You had the list on the
I had
whiteboard
every shift. I did every morning, every evening.
by himself.
And yeah.
And the worst part, I remember those days too, the split shift. No, the split shift was shit. The split shift was shit as well because the gym in the middle of the day, there was no one there. So you're just by yourself. So you
I was
just
sleeping.
we used to nap and you just be like, there was no vibe. It's not like you're at like now we work here. If you're here in the middle of the day, you can walk down on the floor. There'll probably be a handful of people training. You go have a-
Constant vibes.
You go have a chat,
Never
or
not
Dan's
vibes.
down there working, go have a chat with Dan, or someone else is here. Back then, it would just be you on your own in an empty gym. Yeah. And I can imagine what you were feeling. The
No,
demons.
you were fine. You were fine.
The demons. No, he wasn't.
You're right there.
He wasn't.
We'll be battling
He was-
again this
I'm
winter.
joking. No,
Strength
no,
culture
it
was
wasn't
nearly
fine.
gone. We wouldn't have been here.
It was. I was done with it.
He was done. He was done. And then what happened? I came back.
And Charlie to save the day.
Charlie saved the day.
Then I think everyone else came back. So
I
we
think it was all right.
probably get to September and then started. Then I remember we had a meeting with your auntie.
Yeah, well,
And then-
we're in the weeds now.
And then,
That's right.
And then we started to get some momentum
then-
again.
Well, I
went for a coffee on the 24th of March.
we're in the weeds now.
And then
but yeah.
Buzz came on, and then
was a bit
fucking
too
the rest
hot.
is history. Then COVID nearly got us.
Yeah.
The truth of the story is nothing can take us down.
Truth of the
Nothing can
story
take
is
us down.
Recession,
Hey, I make some money and I
COVID,
want to go on a holiday.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
recessions, COVID, interest rates, nothing.
Nothing.
We're
What
strong.
about how hard did you get here?
What do they say? It's the business first 5 years is when businesses fail.
I think they just fail all the time.
And then it's apparently the next 5 years is like whatever. But anyway, once we get to 10-year mark, I think we're sorted.
Yeah?
I reckon.
All right, mate.
I reckon we're sorted.
All right.
Once you get to 10 year, you're good.
You're good?
You're
You'll
fucking.
be fine, Jamie.
You've made it.
Fucking oath.
You'll be fine.
I love that. So yeah, welcome to the new roster of coaches. Long way around, but we got there.
Got there.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for helping spread the love in the gym floor. And if you're one of the boys' clients and you haven't been notified yet, because we've only notified Didier's clients, don't worry, we've got processes in place. You're not just going to get no coaching for 8 weeks.
Yeah. Processes.
No, there's processes. I'm also
Back-end
this
systems.
year, I'm working the first 2 weeks. I'm actually working, going to work over there, which I didn't do last year. This year I'll be working. So I'm only taking 2 weeks off, which is a normal holiday. I would say most people would have 2 weeks off a year, which is something, you know what, let's discuss it. Young coaches, because I think there's a big thing in the fitness industry.
24-hour support.
Yeah, 24-hour support. You got to have boundaries. And I think most people run into that wall pretty early.
Once you get a full client list with 24-hour support, I think it starts to...
Like I remember when we first started, there'd be people. I'm not going to name them. Name them. No, but like that would jump online when they're like, "Oh, let me know what time you're training, and I'll be on, ready to give you feedback." Like,
Nah.
in the session.
Nah.
Yeah.
No good.
So anyway,
People do it.
But that's all right.
It's definitely-
Let's make a conversation rather than just shit on the coach. Like, what's the thing?
longevity. So I think
No, like, how do you avoid that as a client? If you are fostering a lack of independence in your clients, what's lacking?
better coach.
You got to educate your clients.
Educate. So that's why we're big on RPE. That's why one of the big reasons I say when I get new people that come on board that haven't used RPE before is I'm like, it's the whole teach a man to fish thing. But you got to be able to make decisions on the fly for yourself. And then people go, well, what's a coach there for? Well, it's like we're there to manage the puppet.
And also teaching how to make better decisions.
Teaching how to make with the intention of that in 3 years' time, 4 years' time, they probably don't need a coach.
I think the way we look at it, 100%, and like they're on their journey. We're just there to guide them along the way.
Facilitators.
A little bit. We're facilitating. They're just making sure they're not going off track. They're mainly staying in the right direction. They're going to veer off, but that's all right. We'll push them back. But they don't need to be precisely in the exact direction because there is no perfect direction. As long as they're generally heading in the right direction.
And then we do full circle. We come back to it doesn't matter, just to confuse people more. But you know how like I think, and when I first started this too, when I first started like powerlifting as well, it's like you really 2.5 more, 2.5 less. Again, in the long run, those decisions don't actually matter. And the biggest thing I've been really drilling into a few new guys lately is that if you take the same weight 2 weeks in a row, it doesn't have to go up every week. And there's still this big idea that it has to go up every week. And I don't know if that's coming from those linear based models that people first start out with, that I'm not progressing if it doesn't go up every week. But you can hit the same weight 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. It's still a stimulus and you can still make sure you hit it better. And you're still getting stronger. You're still improving on the technique side of things. You're still creating a forceful contraction. You know what I mean? Spirit fingers. But trying to educate, because I think people do get caught up in that a little bit. Like,
I guess
2.5 more, 2.5 less.
Some people genuinely think if they're not adding weight to the bar, they're not making progress, and that's not their fault. If they don't understand that, they need someone to tell them better. Because if they literally think that's the only way to make progress, then they think, oh, I'm wasting my time if I don't go up. But then if you have that approach and you are just failing reps all the time and just shit technique, blah blah blah. Like obviously that's not the way to go about training.
Yeah, I think one of the best analogies for it is like the training stimulus is like it's larger than you think. You're not trying to snipe and pinpoint a very specific load or a very specific technique or rep range. It's not like this very like particular thing that you're trying to nail. It's actually quite a large range. Well, not like large, you can do whatever you want, but
it's larger than
it's larger than you think of what good training is and what a good stimulus is. The range is, we can be somewhat within the RPE range or load selection or speed or execution of technique. Like,
and on top of that, the one session is never the make or break. And if you understand that, you'll realize why you don't need your coach there all the time. Like if you have an in-person coach and like we give load selections to our clients in person, obviously we're not fully leaving up to them. If they're going to pick a load and like, oh, let's go heavier or lighter, we'll do that, of course. But when you realize that no one session is the make or break, you realize, oh, it's okay if I make a mistake. It's okay if I overshoot a little bit. It's okay if I don't add weight to the bar because I wasn't sure if I could go up. Because when you average that over time, you're still doing productive training. But if you think it needs to be perfect, that's where you're thinking, oh, well, I need to ask my coach, like, should I go up 5 kilos? Should I stay there? But when you realize that just doesn't matter. It's different if, you're going for a PR attempt or, it's a comp day. Okay, maybe different situation. But outside of that, it's like, just work hard enough and do it consistently.
Yeah.
Just want to take a quick break to let you know that we are available for coaching here at Strength Culture and online. We love working with people who are looking to push specific performance-based goals, whether that be to start to get stronger in the gym in the big three, maybe looking to do a novice comp or step onto the platform for the first time, or if you're looking to explore some of these hybrid ideas that the boys have been chatting about for the last 12 months of some conditioning and some cardio-based stuff, whether it be running or a triathlon, alongside getting stronger and lifting big in the gym. We are here to help. So if you're interested in taking your training to the next level, you can find out more information on our services in the first link down below, or you can simply shoot your favorite coach on Instagram, a DM, and we'd love to set up a chat or the main page, and I'd love to help you out. So yeah, if you're interested in both in-person or online coaching, we are here to help.
Hectic.
But it also, to play devil's advocate for the coaches, I feel like it tends to be newer coaches that have that because maybe they're newer, they've only got a handful of clients, they want to give a good service, they want their clients to... But I think you also then start to breed those qualities into where eventually you are going to hit the wall and burn out because you can't jump on at 9 o'clock every night because your clients train. Like, if you want to sit down and watch a TV show with your partner or go to dinner or do so you got to educate your clients too and set expectations around what.
I think you're doing your clients a disservice too. So as a new coach, it's like, you might think you're providing a better value service, but you actually, an autonomous client's a more motivated client. An autonomous client's an empowered client. They're going to be able to make better decisions. They're going to come into training feeling more confident in the gym, not like this scared little puppy that needs to message their coach and be like, what load am I going to do? If I don't hit this load, I'm going to blow up. Like, you're
fostering that. You're
fostering
that. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say worse or good or bad. Like, you're just fostering less productive behaviors in the long run for your client. So it's not just like we're fucking wash the hands, I want to kick back. It's like, it's not that. It's just I'm actually doing this because it's better for you.
And that's the thing. So I think so many times in these discussions,
whether
it's our fault or whether it's the way people interpret it, it can come off as, oh, we don't care. But
can't be our fault.
I love. Firstly, correct. But
I'm
secondly,
never at fault. Don't apologize.
Secondly, I love it when I can see that a client's got to a point where they're like, you know what, I missed that rep, but it's okay because I'll come back next week. Or I wasn't sure what load to go, so I just repeated last week, and I know that they know that was an okay decision, and they're not stressing it. Like, that's a really good spot to be. They get it. They get that. Just stay the course, keep doing the thing, you'll be right. Like,
it comes from education.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
It comes from education,
and it comes from you having a bit of a kind of vibe of. Don't stress the small stuff. The more you're exposed to that, you do stop stressing the small stuff. Whereas if for example, someone overshoots or whatever it is, you're like, oh man, why'd you do, like, man, you just, like, you know what I mean? Like imagine how that would make you feel if you thought that, like, your decision was so terrible. You'd be stressing the next time, like, oh, I've got to get this load selection right, but it's just not like that.
Overshooting, I tell people when they do it, that's fine. It's a mistake and you learn from it. It's when it's a repeat offence.
Repeat offence.
Repeat offence.
That's when we break out the
That's when we break out the belt.
the katanas.
No, repeat offenders. So it's a repeat offence, which, to be honest, I don't really...
I think repeat undershooting is way more common. But
undershooting is more common, which I don't mind though, because I think you can then nudge people in training a bit harder. It's a lot easier to build those qualities than repeat overshooters. But we don't really have them.
They're out there.
They're definitely out there.
They're out there.
Now.
Yeah,
they're out there.
They're out there.
They're out there.
They're out there. Some of them are downstairs.
Name them.
Just you'll notice though that the repeat overshooters are always on the same kind of lifts, which would be a deadlift or a bench press.
No one overshoots
squats.
No one overshoots squats.
squats.
No one ever overshoots a squat.
Consistently, yeah. It happens once and then doesn't happen again for 2 years.
People do not fail squats.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
But for good reason. You don't want to fail a squat.
Scared.
They're not failing because of the weight. They fail it because they've just fucking shanked it.
They've shanked it.
That's the only reason.
No one ever overshoots a squat. Yeah. Bench press. I love an overshoot.
Love an overshoot on the bench press. Fuck.
Who doesn't?
Missed again.
Missed it again.
Thought it was there this week. No,
It's really it's hard.
On this whole point,
No, because I know people are seeking like some people they're seeking validation from their training. So like they attach some of their self-worth to hitting certain numbers, and then that's why they like come in and like they've got this number in their mind and they've got to hit it, and they don't want to adjust with that potentially it might not be there today. Their warm-ups
and it's exactly what happens when like clients will like all of us without fail. A client will ask us, "What should I go next week?"
I don't know.
If it's based off that, if things are moving well, maybe go up 2.5 or 5. It's never like, oh, definitely go. It's like, look, we always have to give that caveat because if something moves great, yeah, man, go up 5 kilos next week. But what if you come next week and everything's moving shit? Don't like repeat it or go down.
And that's the biggest thing with the whole RP thing is like you can't predict the state you're going to be in next week.
That's it.
Because
so don't try to just
you don't know. Like I don't know. Occasionally, randomly, I get really poor nights of sleep. That happens. You don't know. Next week, fuck, no sleep or not that you train, but Pia could keep you up all night.
And then he's what's it called in golf?
Brother.
And then your handicap's fucked. The handicap's fucked the next day.
I'm just trying to think. Someone who's got a kid that has a kid that keeps him up, that trains.
I drink any of those
in an alternate universe where Jamie trains, Pear kept him up all night.
Fucking hell, that would be a tough universe.
But yeah,
imagine that.
You have a shit day at work. You got kept back at work for 2 hours, so you got to the gym late, didn't eat, whatever it is, and
You got to use his team.
You're just a little bit off. In saying that, and this is again though why with RPE, you might still have a good session.
Correct.
You can't. And I really like Mike teased to this age ago that like with fatigue, you're gonna have high amounts of fatigue, but performance can still be there. It's the same with that. You can have a really poor night's sleep or really shit day at work, and performance can still be there.
Or you can feel fresh and not perform well.
You just have to be open to the idea, and that's why use your warm ups.
Yeah, I think this is, and this comes back to the things that you've been harping on for years, Charlie, with RPE, because obviously we've been. Like, I think we were some of the first.
Yeah, we were the fucking
within
pioneers,
Australia.
yeah.
I wanted to say pioneers. I wanted to say pioneers. Pioneers you deserve.
Charlie
100%.
invented RPE.
No, I'm
invented
going to be honest. When I started with Bryce, there was not no one, and we used to cop backlash. Why would you do that?
I don't want to say it.
But then in America, it was massive because Mike T obviously started doing it. 2008, 9, 10, whenever he did. And a lot of those coaches were influenced by... Because even when you started with Brett Gibbs
so
he was doing RPE.
Yeah.
So all those... America, very RPE, but Australia, just very fucking...
We were just a bit slower on the uptake.
It's a bit slow.
I just remember, and it's still something that's so true when we introduce people to RPE, is like... You still got to go in with a plan. Like, use your warm-ups, but have a target goal that you're trying to hit, but be open to changing it depending on how your warm-ups are moving.
I think something...
So
you go.
Oh, so I was going to say Nick Burrito, he, yesterday...
Freezer, baby.
The freezer. No, he hit 210, double, deadlift. So already we discussed next week, and he's like, well, I reckon I can finish with 215, but that is the aim. It's not locked in stone.
It's set in stone, yeah.
It could be 217, it could be 212, it could be 210 again. Most likely it won't be 210 again, but it's up, and we'll see how the last warm-up goes on Monday night.
Absolutely.
So there's a plan. He comes in. He executes his last warm-up. Don't treat your last warm-up like shit. And then from respect it. You got
to respect
the do it with intent.
There's so many words, so many different things floating around here. Just focus on the last warm-up, the objective bar speed of the last warm-up. If it's approached with intensity, and that's literally all that matters in terms of dictating the load on the day. And obviously, it actually aiming towards an RPE. But the other thing I was going to say that I think can be very practical here is that you've got to pay attention to like low jumps that make sense based off the weight you're lifting. Because I think some people will see a certain person jumping 10 kilos from last warm up to top set on bench. And because they're benching a little bit more, that makes sense. But just because things are moving well, it doesn't mean that's a signal. Oh yeah, let's add 10 to it. It has to be scalable to the weight on the bar. So I think generally like 5% per RPE is a good rule of thumb. And if you just follow that, obviously the more you're lifting, you're going to have bigger jumps. But if you're lifting a bit less, whether it's bench or just whatever the lift is, you want to be sensible with it as well. Just because other people are throwing heaps on from set to set, it's got to be as appropriate to you.
Send it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Send it.
We're going to push
So
pull
the
run.
point
boys.
is, doesn't matter.
It does. Yeah, it does.
We don't care. It
It
doesn't
does
matter.
matter.
Doesn't matter. It is what it is.
Earn your holidays.
Shit happens.
Nah, I reckon holidays are shit.
Mr. Holiday reckons
holidays are shit.
Mr. Holiday.
You found out on your 5th European holiday.
I'd rather be
You
here.
worked that out five in.
I'd rather be here.
Yeah. Holidays are shit. Business is easy.
Yeah.
Business is easy.
Easy. We're going to push pull run, boys. Firstly, congratulations, the Diddler,
Thank you.
3rd place.
Thank you.
We also preempted all of the push pull run and what we were thinking about and how Dids was going to attack the day. We won't recap the whole conversation, but you said you were going to be conservative because you had to max out something.
So I'm maxing out the last week I'm here, which is
2 weeks.
2
4
weeks from
days
now.
3
today.
weeks today.
Yeah.
3 weeks yesterday.
Yesterday.
3 weeks tomorrow.
yeah.
Is that a
days.
comp?
It's just a week. Oh, it's just the final week of the block.
Yeah.
I'm just sending it the last week of
Alright.
the block. It's not a comp. It's just send it.
And
Are you
because
doing
of that,
a free lift, or are you doing it over the course of the
I'm
week?
doing it over the course of a week.
okay.
Yeah.
all right. So you have that, which meant that you didn't want to just balls to the wall, red line, push pull run.
Yeah.
So what were you planning on going in and hitting?
I thought that a 140 bench would be reasonable. The prescribed was an RPE 8, and I think it was that. I actually haven't seen the video, but
Man, it was flu.
I don't know.
I reckon you had 150.
I
on
think
Saturday.
I think I definitely had 145. If I saw the video, maybe I'd believe in a
I reckon
145.
in that
145
atmosphere.
was 100% there.
Well, yeah, no, I believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was good. So that was mad. Going into deadlifts, the plan was open 250, see how we go. I haven't done deadlifts. I haven't done a deadlift single since my last comp, so I was like, we'll see how we go. I was like, I reckon I could get 280. So I did 250, mad, 270, mad, and straight away I'm like, I've got to go a PB. Because my PB is 285, I'm like, I know I can hit 287. Like, it just felt really good. Loaded 287, a little bit harder than I would have liked, but we got the PB.
You thought that was hard.
No. Not that it was hard. It was harder than was intended. But I'm not really fussed. Like, it was supposed to be a bit easier.
You would have tripled that.
I reckon you had 150, 300 on Saturday. Honestly.
I think I had definitely another 7.5 kilos. Anything more than that. Because
295.
And this
On
is,
your dead.
I think on my dead. And I think this is a worthwhile conversation. I definitely have a gripe with people calling things easy that are just objectively not easy. Because I'll say with my deadlifts,
What if
gotta
someone
gripe
yells?
with
What if
me.
someone yells at you and goes easy? Is that different?
that's all right. But
What if someone's yelling at you like easy?
it depends.
It depends?
It depends.
That flu. The
So-
guy's just shit his
That's the thing.
spine out.
Because people love to see a lift that they think moved fast in inverted commas, that just objectively has like 5 kilos left in the tank. And that's fine. If you want to encourage people, that's
You-
all right. But
You honestly only reckon you had 295.
I think I definitely had 295. Any more might have been a stretch. Because just from the deadlifts I've done in the past, once they get slow, there's not much more there. Like as soon as I hit a slow, like if we're thinking about RPE
You got
is
no heart.
How many reps? No, it's just the way my deadlifts are. Fucking hard enough to pull 287
Too much logic.
Once it's not logic. I think this is worthwhile because for any time
Should
if
we
I do a
punch
last warm up that's a little bit slow, what most people would deem a bit of decline in bar speed, there's not much more. If I make a 10 kilo jump from there, I'm going to be jumping to
know
something
what you
that's
mean.
very
VBT
slow.
Didier.
Whereas not everyone's like that. Some people they have more room to kind of grind it out.
You
I
like it
guess.
fast.
It has to be fast. That's just how my deadlifts are. My deadlifts are fast. So people would say like, "Oh man, easy 300." I'm like, no, like maybe, but it would not have been easy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think people just need to be honest with themselves when it comes to, especially with singles. It's
What if I
like
said easily 300? What if I said easily instead of easy?
What about
You know what I mean?
hard
Like,
300?
Easily you could do it.
that's
hard.
fine. That's fine. But
All right, so it's a
I'll tell you what my
couple letters off.
I'll tell you what my gripe is.
Fucking dogs.
Forget easy. My gripe is using the word flew when it didn't fly.
All right, that's
like,
fair.
oh man, that flew. It's like nah, he had. Let's say flew for when it actually flew. Like if the person had 5 kilos left in the tank, I don't know, maybe it didn't fly. Maybe it was good.
So 250 flew.
250 flew,
What was your
270
second?
flew. 270 flew.
270 flew.
287, it moved
Too
well.
many.
It moved.
Way too many subjective measures here.
No,
I
but
like
they-
it. I'm
but-
following the grind.
Let's break out VBT.
Flew.
We need a VBT profile for the compliments we can
What-
give Didier
what
on
flew?
Yeah, if you give the wrong compliment, you're going to
You
ruin
got
my
a
day.
chart on the wall, 1.36 meters per second.
Easy flew. All right.
It's not about me though. It's just about people in their training. Like, oh,
I think it is about you.
it's people gassing each other up like, oh yeah, man, that flew, and then they go up 5 kilos and it's a fucking grinder and they nearly die. It's like,
Hang
no,
on.
Why'd you lie to him?
We
It
need
didn't
less
flew.
support in the gym. Less support.
Supporting the gym is being honest with people.
Nah, real hate or fake love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
no,
Real
I
hate.
feel-
That's
no,
it.
no, no.
It did not
I'll
fly.
say
That was really fucking hard.
I love
Shouldn't go
I love
hard.
Jeremy to bits. There's been times when he's hit a deadlift and people were like, "That flew, man." I'm like, "Yeah, that was all right." And he knows he gets it because he knows I'm going to be honest with him. I'm not going to tell him it was amazing if it wasn't amazing. Like that's how it is.
I rate it.
I do agree with Didier.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I just find it funny.
I thought you had 300.
I don't reckon he
As
did.
I said, who knows?
Do you reckon he had 300?
Nah. I reckon he's
12.5
right.
I think I had 292
because
to
people do the
295.
same shit to me. They did it to me at last push run 285, which it moves really well. No, easy 300. And I
Did it move
knew.
really well?
I knew.
Who said easy? Who said
I
easy?
can't remember. It was a year ago.
You can't get that fucking feedback from the wrong people, man.
No,
Well, that's the problem. That's
well,
the problem,
look, I
yeah.
wanted 300. I didn't care if I missed it, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's
You
load
knew it
it."
was a reach. Whereas I did
Yeah.
not want to. I did not want to miss.
You
it.
didn't want to miss it.
I didn't want to miss
so
it.
it was the logical decision.
Yeah.
I reckon, 292 to 295.
And it can seem like I'm just saying this for no reason, but if you can keep this in mind, you'll just make more lifts and feel better about your lifting and have better momentum. Because every time you miss a big lift like that, you feel like things aren't going well. It makes you second guess things, and I ideally want to avoid that.
world's
Because as soon
ending.
as you miss something, you're like, oh, what happened? Why did I miss it? You missed it because it was too heavy. You put too much weight on the bar. Like,
Yeah.
that's all there is to it. Like,
Gas your mates up accurately.
accurately.
Yeah.
But also tell him when it wasn't great.
Punch him in the face. and
Tell
then
him when
head.
it was
Yeah,
decent.
yeah.
Like that's it.
Do you know what would be good? If you drop that, like, finish your deadlift, and then whoever said easy, you yelled at them.
It said, no, it
was
wasn't
not
easy.
That was moderately hard.
Easy. No, he did move well though.
It moved well, but it
moved
wasn't.
well.
easy.
Man, here I was gassing you up thinking 150, 300 was there. I'm sorry, man.
I think you gassed me up on my bench press, and I missed
I did
it
that
last
because
time.
I wanted a high bench.
yeah,
I reckon
yeah.
Jamie's off. He's
That was
skewed.
Yeah.
He's out of touch.
too much in the rotational plane these days. It's forgotten.
But yeah.
He's in a different dimension. Transverse.
sorry, guys. I overrun a formal apology for being too positive
Overly
around
supportive. Yeah.
attempt selection.
I think they would call that a cheerleader, not
Yeah.
a coach.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I'm a coach, so it's you later.
Well, anyway, Dids, great lifting.
Thank you.
You finished.
Thank you.
You finished the lifting in first place by a decent mark.
I want to ask.
Easy lifting.
You know how Dids cops a bit of shit from people?
Who?
You know there was people like...
A couple of years ago.
No,
Hey,
a couple
mate.
years ago.
Oh, when he was getting cyberbullied.
Yeah, cyberbullying, and like he said, doesn't look like he lifts. You don't... Well, actually, we all got called pencil necks. At what point does... Because I look at like...
Who called us pencil neck?
We got called pencil necks.
Oh,
ages ago.
YouTube.
Proper.
That was a-
That was the JM Press.
Oh, that's on you.
reel.
No, we still cop shit for the JM Press because that's still getting. That's got like 100,000 views on YouTube.
Shit, man. But did he? So at what point do you become like? Because I think like in the general gym goer realm, when you get into the gym, like most people that train in the gym would think a 140 bench is like pretty.
140 bench is legit.
That's legit.
Easy 150.
But here's the thing.
Easy,
No,
easy one.
I know what you're
Easily,
saying, Charles.
easily, ignore me.
But what it comes down to is, I stare at the camera. Donnie cuts a clip of me saying something controversial, and in a t-shirt. I don't look like the biggest guy. So I could bench 160, I could pull 300, but when I say something that grinds the gears of cunts on
grind.
gear, they see me, they think I'm skinny. You don't get to have an opinion.
still
That's what
a-
it comes down to.
you're
Doesn't
still
matter-
a pencil neck.
Obviously, they see me. If they saw me lift at 287, most people would be like, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty good." No one's going to be like, "You can't lift."
No.
But then, especially when it's around
No, I don't know.
hypertrophy,
Someone back can't
Es-
find anything.
especially when it's
See,
about
man.
hypertrophy,
Find anything.
people will. Yeah.
Nah,
Is it
people like to.
Ways like no one cares what you lift. These guys the opposite end.
Well, it
He
depends.
goes
It
the
depends which
opposite.
circles you're in.
And he's like a champion, like
No one
top
cares.
10. No one cares.
No
yeah.
one
I had this
cares.
conversation-
I care about my clients because I care about them getting better and all that. Outside of that,
I'm
I don't give a
desensitized to it all.
fuck.
No one
you've
knows
seen-
what 300
You've
is.
seen that many 16-year-olds
300.
fucking deadlift 300. Like nothing's impressive anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like it's sad, but it's true. Like
Internet
it
ruined
takes
it.
a lot to fucking.
I had this thought today. I was making coffee breakfast. So there's these jokes
What?
going around now. I
What
was in the
did you
kitchen.
just say?
I was in the
What
kitchen.
is all the little extra fucking tidbits you've got today?
was in
Hey,
the-
we had a meeting with your auntie on a Tuesday. Fucking-
I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen making coffee, having breakfast, just philosophizing. Yeah. I was thinking, so there's been some jokes going around on the net that everyone on the net.
You're a boomer. You're actually a fucking boomer.
on the web.
Nah,
I was surfing the web the other day.
there's been some jokes going around on the net.
forums.
That once you hit 30, you decide, I'm going to start running and run my first half marathon. Not a full marathon, a half marathon.
Yeah,
so half, yeah.
I got in early, 26.
You got it early. And anyway, what was I thinking? Fuck, I forgot now. Oh no, I was thinking, you know how we say the test levels, like as your test levels peak at what, 24, 25,
like
26?
mid-20s.
And then there's this idea that your test...
No, then you get on TRT and you fucking
then you
ramp
get
them up
harder
into
until
your
your
40s.
50s.
You jack them up in your 40s.
Well, the idea is that you're actually meant to start to decline because the qualities that at 3 years old that you're more risk taking, want to deadlift 300, want to post all your shit on Instagram and really be.
Are you shooting at dids here?
No, I'm not shooting at dids at all. I'm just saying, I'm actually looking a little bit back at myself when I was that age, and a lot of other people.
Bro, you're shooting me. It's all right, though. I respect it.
I'm not shooting at dids. No, this has got nothing to do with dids. And then
Then you want to run a half marathon.
then you want to run a half marathon. I can't remember the fuck.
The point you're making is as you get older, the attributes that serve you
Doesn't
are
matter
different.
because I look at even like so when me and Didier ran that 11Ks last week together, we were running slow as fuck on Beach Road, but it's just mad at the end. Me and Dids, no accolades, no high fives.
You're still chasing performance.
Yes, we are. No, I get that. I'm chasing performance.
Did you post your Strava?
No, when it's washed up,
You
going
didn't
for a
post
jog.
your Strava.
I posted my Strava.
My Strava
100%.
goes up.
Yeah, but you're 26. You can't post
that's
your
why I
Strava.
posted my Strava.
Your
Mine's
test
synced.
is at a
Mine's
level
synced.
where
Mine's
posting
synced.
Strava is
I need
good.
everyone to know that
Mine's
I
Charlie
synced.
can
run
only post
Okay.
cooking
Yeah.
and
Smoking
Yeah,
family-
you're done now. You can't
family
change
time.
anymore now.
Family time.
Family time and cooking.
My
Or just post
Strava's-
nothing anymore.
My Strava's synced.
And
I
holidays,
had like
'cause
2
you
weeks
earned
where I didn't
them.
post anything.
You've earned the holidays.
No, I haven't. I didn't earn it. I didn't earn the holidays.
What?
I didn't earn it.
I thought you said you earned them. You worked hard. You
I'm
earned it.
stressed out. I don't know what the fuck's
What are you
going on
on
at the
about,
moment.
Charlie?
Anyway, the
Charlie
test
has to work
levels.
harder.
So they start to decline.
For reasons. There's a reason why.
They're meant to decline because you're meant to be, and you're probably feeling this more now. You're a dad.
I'm a
Got to
dad.
be a bit more nurturing.
You don't train.
You're probably feeling it. You got low test.
You're a little bit fat.
Me and Jamie's tested both below.
Mine, I can confidently say I reckon mine's dropped.
They're dropped. It's dropped. It's the way it is. It's the way of the warrior.
But I feel like I
We're
feel
fucking
like
30. We're
Surely
30.
though,
Bro,
there's-
who is it? Dennis Cornelius, fucking all these guys, these massive 40-year-old powerlifters. If their test was so low as natural lifters, would they still be lifting?
no.
I
No.
don't get it.
No,
I don't, you know that like your test drops so like your performance drops?
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. I don't
that.
agree performance drops.
I don't think so. It's
I
more
don't
the dickhead quality.
But then is
Yes.
that,
Yeah,
okay,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
related to test?
I
That could
look
be
at-
that could be just mature.
well, this is where
maturity.
people that go off free test. Yeah, it's maturity. People go off
Maturity.
free test and they go, that's a stupid number to go off
Yes.
standalone.
Well, good. What I'm saying is that, like me 10 years ago, it's probably maturity,
It's
aging,
just-
values have changed, the things you prioritize, and
just
in
the
life.
dumb shit you used to do when you were 21. You just don't do it
Yeah,
anymore.
like kicking bins over. Remember when
you think of the stuff you do.
we used to, like, I look back now and go, and this is the thing, I know I'm getting old, because I see like an 18-year-old kid doing something stupid, and I'm like, fucking little rascal.
I yell at vape rappers on the ground in Chelsea.
Have you seen Chelsea, the little kids on the scooters? They just fang it like I'm running.
Nah, man, there's so many people.
And they fang it on the scooter. I'm like, you fucking rascal. rascal.
We're going to surf the web later.
mozzarella.
I think I've always been a little bit mature for my age, and at the ripe old age of 26. I remember when I
soul.
was 18, they put speed humps on my suburban street. I'm like, oh, these fucking speed bumps. I'm trying to do 60 in a 50 zone. Now I see C-bombs zoom down my street, and I'm like, I just like stare at them. I'm like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing, mate? Like, I think, you know, a bit melting with age. When you're a kid, you want to drive a bit faster. You're like, man, there's people walking
Watch
around
out,
here. What are
dudes.
you
That
doing?
300 kilo goal might not be a goal much longer.
I still, even though I'm getting 30, I still want to catch air in my I-30.
Catch what?
What?
I would love
I've never heard that phrase, catch air.
Oh, catch
Never
air
heard
in
that.
your
Catch
I-30.
air. Yeah,
Catch air.
Fuck, man.
Speed.
Get air in the, get off the
speed
ground.
bumps. Yeah, right.
Oh, in the fucking car.
Yeah.
I'm big on
Shit,
speed
mate.
bumps now.
I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. The speed bumps.
That's a saying, isn't it? Did I just make that? I didn't make
Make
that
air.
up.
Catch
Catch
air.
air.
No, catch air.
catch
I didn't
air.
make
Catch
that
the
up.
waves.
All right, all good.
Catch the waves.
Yeah.
The
Maybe.
risk
Give me another 5 years.
We're going back to push pull run though. So we've recapped the diddler. Came into lifting first place. Comfortably too. You did really well.
Thank you.
Second place, I'm going to shout him out, was Lucas, that 17-year-old kid that came in and was missing all his bench press one morning. He smoked it. He's
Deuce was at the gym one night, and she's like, there was these like 3 kids training. They were just missing every lift, and it's like it was those 3 kids.
the same
So
3
we
kids.
got to,
I'll
Deadlift hectic. What the fuck?
Insane.
What is he, 67 kilos?
67 kilos.
What did
pull
he pull?
232, I think.
so we can sort them out.
17
And he's
years
17
old.
years old.
That's
Like, it's
17.
nuts.
So shout out Lucas because he was second after
Well
the
done,
lifting.
Lucas.
Only with the diddler a bit further out in front. with easily good lifts. And then on the run, Diddles, what did you run? 6:38?
6:47.
6:47?
10-second PB.
10-second PB. How'd the run feel?
Felt good. I feel like I swam my own race. I knew what pace I needed to be about 6:30, 6:40. And I just sat there. Every lap I was about where I wanted to be, and the last lap I pushed it a bit. I didn't go too hard too early, and then just have that like mid run like, oh, I'm fucked. So I just tried to stay in a rhythm.
Do you have more?
On reflection, I probably had more, but I'm happy with how I approached it. That I got to the end and I had some kind of gas to kind of push it.
Did you do much speed work?
A bit, yeah. I did some bit speed work.
What was the longest distance you did for your speed work?
Oh no, it was all like 400s. Yeah.
I reckon.
Talk to me.
So no, I reckon.
I'm just curious.
No. If you reckon,
I reckon there's got to
Maybe get
be
a
from
couple
all the stuff
800s in
I've
there.
looked at. There's got to be shorter efforts as well.
We
They
did
do a lot of 30 seconds, which would be what 200.
200. So we did some
100,
400s, did some 200. It was either 200s or 400s, depending on the week. What we felt like.
Because
Accumulating
But I
more
was-
like your goal pace.
I was thinking for myself, and even of some of my clients, I'm like, I just feel like from that translation to like obviously the 400s you're gonna do faster than the push pull run because it's not after lifting, you have the rest. But even then, I'm like, I just feel like a few of those guys could have benefited from like something like an 800 because I think it's just being able to hold a pretty good pace for longer than 400 is obviously close.
Pyramids.
But also knowing what's too fast.
Yeah, for sure.
pyramid
That helps.
sets.
For
You
sure.
do 100, 200, 400, 800, and then back down. I
Done.
feel like that's a good
That's the
workout.
answer.
If you've only got one workout to do with speed endurance, because then you get a bit of the fast shit, and then you get a bit of the longer speed endurance shit.
Man, crazy.
Nice.
Run a coach.
Fucking hell.
I'm a runner coach.
Fucking
yeah.
oath.
No, swimming.
Runner.
Yeah,
Swimming.
swam your own-
High
Yeah.
elbow.
Well done, Diddler.
Thank
Third
you.
place.
Thank you.
Overall. And you did Strength Culture proud because we had a lot of externals.
We had a lot. A lot of solid externals.
We need a big name.
Well, yeah, this is part of it. But
James Knowles, our big
Knoll,
name.
we're going to shout out James
shouts
Knoll
out.
because it's the second highest Briggs points ever. Craig Allen would be happy to know that he's still the top dog.
Well, I moved into third. I might even lower.
I reckon.
I think Hayden Crosley got you as well.
What is
six. Oh, did I get
All-time.
Boots?
Whoa.
Did I have Briggs books?
Dids beat me?
Did I beat him?
No,
Please.
no,
I hope
no.
I
No,
did.
You're
you're wrong.
above.
No, he got third in this one, not overall.
Yeah,
I'd have to
We're
go
talking,
and look.
we're talking all time, don't you?
All time, baby.
Because Charlie might have beat you. We don't know. Because Charlie got like third in the first one.
Yeah, but my run was shit back then.
There you go. I'll probably do it next year.
That's all right.
We'll crunch the numbers.
We'll crunch the numbers. Look at the tapes.
You're not number one. That's
But
not
yeah,
what
well done, Diddler.
now.
Second place, Hayden Crosley.
I know. James, no.
Yeah, we're going second place.
Okay,
We're going
yeah,
first
loser.
place. Yep. Second place, Hayden Crosley. I don't know what his lifting was because he wasn't on my platform.
Low 80 kilos body weight. Bench, I think it was between 135 and 140, and deadlifted like 235. So proper lifts.
Yeah.
And then
What did Craig Allen run?
he would have been like 630.
It was a mid six.
So we're waiting. What we need is someone of like that's a 280 to 300 puller, a 160 to 180 bencher, and then a sub 6 minute mile.
That's what we need.
We haven't had
That
one
would,
of
I
them
think
yet.
not even that. That would be more than a. That would be a definite.
Not
win.
even a sub six, a low five.
That's a thing.
Yeah, we haven't had one of them yet.
Yeah.
No, that would
low
be
five.
low fives would be nuts. What do you?
We've had a low five run. We've had multiple
Fergus
low five.
Crawley, like someone like him, he would deadlift 260.
I think so.
Deadlift bar though, and bumpers. All his videos are on bumpers.
Yeah, so
I'm not
might-
calling
might-
out Fergus
call
Crawley.
him out.
I'm not calling
No,
out
that
Fergus
would be-
Crawley.
Wait,
I'm just
Push
saying.
run's different.
Call
Push
him
run's
out.
Different.
What's his bench as well? 140, 150?
I reckon no more than 150.
Sure. Body
Surely.
weight, 90.
But then he can do a 5 minute mile.
That would skew it.
Yeah. I feel like the event is built for Fergus Crawley. If he
Yeah.
just like that's all the shit he does.
Yeah.
Except he'd probably do it 14 times in a row and then
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
and still beat everyone.
add on an ultra marathon at the end of it.
That's what he did on the day he did the squat
squat
run
run.
5 mile. He goes, let's just do a 50k ultra after.
We do the 505.
They're going to be built
I'll
differently.
just swim to France.
So I'm starting to dive into this ultra world a little bit more. Just
forums?
no forums. But I'm watching like Russ Cook, I'm watching his vlogs, the Africa guy,
Hardest geezer.
hardest geezer, and
Fridge
just
freezer.
like, so there's only so much training you can do when it just has to be mental.
I've thought about that at some point. Is because what can you do to prepare for that? You know,
Like
what
I
mean?
know I watched what's his name, John Van Wiss, his thing when he did the
Cerberus?
the service. No, he did the 140k
Cerberus.
running in the arch to arch, whatever
Arc
the
de
fuck it was.
Triomphe.
And he was doing like 50k training runs. But yeah, there's at some point it's just mental.
Some point you've got the tolerance to just keep going. It's how long can you just keep going for?
Yeah, how long can you just keep going for? Is that what it is?
I think so.
I think so.
You look at all those. Select whatever ultra endurance event you want.
There's this other guy that I'm looking at, the freaky runner, and he's like
Is he a bit freaky?
well, he's an NR rugby league player, a bit freaky. He's
I think I saw him on Reels yesterday.
yeah, he's a rugby league player, he was retired, but he's like just gone ultra, and he's like just doing like 100K fucking ultra runs around Sydney and shit. But he's still quite jacked. Like he looks jacked, and I'm like, yeah, they just fucking
Let us go. I think it's definitely ticks over to a point where it's the mental game takes over. But yeah, Hayden Crosley, well done. I can't remember what he ran.
It was
I
like
think
550 something.
I think it was just under 6.
It was just very well rounded, like good lifting and good runs.
603, I think it was actually.
No, I'm almost certain he got under 6.
Oh, really?
I think Peugeot was like 555.
Yeah.
Is it easy to plug the one of my clients that did it over?
Oh my god.
I just want to know where he came.
Yeah, I
He didn't
emailed
do it
it.
here, so
I emailed it all yesterday. It doesn't matter. We're on another track. The final part.
What'd you email?
Oh my god. I sent the email with the results to all the competitors.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What are you eating for lunch?
No. It's an online client. They want to see where they were.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Sort them out.
I
I know you're a bit out of touch, but
And then
number
finally,
one-
number 1, James Knoll flew in from Perth.
He flew from Perth, but give some respect to Bunbury. He's actually from Bunbury, so he would have flown. I assume he flew from Perth, but he's from
Shouts out Bunbury.
Shouts out Bunbury.
Shouts out Bunbury.
Is Bunbury
Heard great
in Perth?
things.
2 hours south of Perth.
Is Bunbury in
Where the
WA?
fuck is Bunbury?
2 hours south of Perth. That's all I got for you. But if I was from, if I wasn't from Melbourne and someone said I flew from Melbourne, I'd want to say, no, I'm from fucking Geelong.
Wait, did he fly from Perth though?
I don't know.
what Jamie said was
You know what I mean?
correct, but let's
From
give
Bunbury,
respect to Bunbury.
flew from Perth.
Mr. Respect
Drove from Bunbury to Perth, flew from Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
started his travels 2 hours earlier before the flight.
He departed initially from Bunbury.
Bunbury.
All the way from Bunbury, WA.
100%.
James
Flew
Knowles.
from Perth.
If you win push per run, your town's got to get a shout out. 100%.
Bunbury.
Yeah,
No, we're doing a lot for Bunbury right now.
Bunbury
They're going
tourism
to have the biggest weekend ever of tourism.
through the roof.
Bunbury.
He's taking the belt all the way back.
He put up a thing on his story like the next day, and he was just in a cafe and it was a selfie. And he's like, "These people don't know I won push pull 3."
Yeah.
James Knoll. What did he hit? 140.
120 bench, 262 dead, and I think it was like a 545.
It's the run, man.
And
You
he's
gotta have
at
a run.
94 kilos body weight. So he weighs about the same as me, but ran fucking a minute faster.
You got to have a run now.
gotta have a run.
The skew, you fucked us. Nah, it's good.
It's push pull run, man. What do you think? Like he was like, so he was keeping up with the most of the guys in the fastest heat. Yet he was probably
He was
like,
20 kilos
He was one of the
heavier.
heaviest guys in the fastest heat. So
Yeah.
well done, James.
Nah, congrats,
Smashed it.
James Knoll.
So really, for people out there that want to know push pull run, you got to be a bit on the heavier side and be far. And
You don't have to be. You don't have to be heavier.
You have to be.
You gotta
You have
be
to be
I
a
think you
good
have to be
lifter and a
lean.
good runner. Because if you're a good runner,
But if you're heavier,
and
it's going to help you.
for the run, but
run.
not for the lifting. You
Yeah,
have
but
to
then
lift more.
Then what's like useless tissue?
It's
What I
bell
noticed
curve.
with that fast heat, everyone was lean.
Correct.
You gotta be lean.
It's about being
I
lean.
think, but
The
I think
last
for the
thing-
run, you got to be lean, and then you
What
got to be.
what were their numbers? That's why the winner wasn't in that heat.
It was.
Talk about
James
Knoll
Knoll
was
was
in
in
the
there.
heat.
Wasn't he in the other heat?
No, he
Bro,
wasn't
the
that
guy's like 90 something lean.
Yeah, so he's 90. That's what I'm saying. You got to be around that 90 mark.
It's like
You don't have to be 90 though. You have to
I
be
reckon
a
you
good
do.
lifter and fast.
To break the biggest
yeah, but to be a good
numbers.
lifter, I reckon you got to be 90.
It's
No, you
on
don't.
dots, man. It's
so
on dots.
take Chan Lee. So Chan Lee had the fastest run.
5'11".
5'11". Weighs what? 74.
74, benched 110,
Yeah.
and he deadlifted 190.
If you get him to 80 kilos, so maybe not even,
Yeah,
add
but-
5 kilos to him.
Yeah.
78,
Yeah.
79 kilos. Jack up his lifting, and all of a sudden his dot score is on par for like a 5th or 6th place, and then he loses maybe 15 seconds on his run. He'll win it
Is he losing 15 seconds only on the run?
for a 5 kilo increase, I reckon.
I don't think you would lose.
he keeps
that.
training.
If he keeps training,
Keep
he can
training,
get better.
100%. I reckon.
But I reckon you've just jacked his numbers up too much. I don't think 5 kilos just automatically translates
No,
to
but
those
that's not the
increasing
answer. The answer
powerlifting
isn't
numbers.
gain body weight. The
I
answer is
reckon
become a better lifter.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well, or a better runner. Like
You
for
have to
me,
be the best
I came third.
overall.
Even if I added 20 kilos, 30 kilos to my total, I still wouldn't win it because my run isn't that good.
All
so
I'm
for me
saying-
to win it, I need to get better at running.
Had
You have to be good
3,
at both.
the winners have all been 90.
I think that's just no. Bulls was 104.
Yeah, but that's
Bulls
where
was
the
104.
bell.
back then.
I was thick, man.
So, all right, so that proves my point further. 90 and 104.
The thing is, imagine if I had low tissue, if I had less fat tissue.
You would have run a 6 minute mile.
I would have.
Your dots would
I'm
have
going
been
to die on
better.
my sword
Now
until
would be
someone under
6
80 wins
overall.
it.
I'm actually
Sub
gutted
80.
I'm 6
James
overall.
Cannulli will win it.
There's no reason why he can't win it in future. He's fast as fuck and he'll keep getting stronger.
Yeah. James Cannulli will win it.
If he keeps blaming you as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
External
beat,
locus.
I bet I've had another challenge. Fucking beat it out of him
Yeah.
yesterday.
External locus.
You got to beat them.
Before we wrap up today's episode,
That's why they hire us.
Teach a man to fish and then beat the shit out of him.
beat the shit out of him.
that's
take his
the
fish.
trick. That's the trick.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Before we go off the push-pull run and more than likely just wrap this episode up here.
Keep going. Vibes. Craig Allen spoke.
Vibes.
Craig Allen spoke for the people.
Yeah, all right.
If it's
Hang on.
rolling, it's rolling.
This is about when you snapped the cord last week.
I think
Charles.
you're
Hey,
rolling.
Charles, what's those feet? Yeah.
Jamie's foot's fucking close.
Push-pull run 4. Push-pull run 4 will be in late October. I'm just going to confirm the day with the boys after this meeting. But late October, we will be putting prize money up for Push-Pull Run 4. I believe the formula has been fine-tuned to the point where it's now respectable enough that we can use it for an actual event. So we will be putting prize money up, which means that we will launch a limited number of tickets. More than likely, probably in about 4 to 6 weeks' time, we'll be launching the tickets. There'll only be about 20 external tickets open. So if you are interested in coming and taking Push-Pull Run 4,
Fergus Crawley.
But just know that if you come for the money, Bulls is getting shredded. So it's
When's the next one?
Bulls is coming off
second.
8 weeks in
No,
Greece,
I
man.
can't do it.
Frappes.
I'll be shredded in shit form.
October.
all right. I'll run a
Kinda
6
copy
minute
that.
mile.
Charles, maybe.
Maybe I'll be shredded. Probably not.
Michael Rakic asked me before. I still just have no fuck. I don't want to bench.
You don't want to
I hate
bench it.
benching.
I did G up for it, but I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at the next year and a half.
I don't want to.
I saw people benching. I'm like, far out. I want to bench and deadlift.
Want to?
Yeah, but
just don't wanna.
October's not going to happen. Euro trip, and if we do the half Ironman, I'm probably not going to train for push-pull run.
I've put, like, even I was thinking about it. I started mapping out that, and I said I'll do that backyard marathon. I realized, like, by Christmas, it's just like,
You don't want to hard enough?
no, yeah, that's
what it
I don't
is.
really want to bat it. Nah, my goal is the half Ironman,
Absolutely.
and I want
think
to
that's
I want to
fair.
actually prioritize because I'm like, fuck, if I start trying to train for a marathon, the thing is, if I'm going to train for a marathon, I'm going to train for it properly. But then I want to be cycling and swimming, and I want to start swimming earlier this year too,
Cycling
like in
what?
October test.
So we'll start jabbing.
Test, yeah.
That's how we can
Unfortunately,
do
we
it all.
worked out though Ironman tests. Unfortunately,
It's tested.
Is it?
they test
When they go into
What?
the
They're not going to test me.
but they do. Testing is done. It's
Hey,
Are
like-
you on the test?
Half Ironman.
test, you start jabbing, but you gain like 5 kilos of weight, so you're a bit pudgy. So you just
so
sort
you
of-
look less. You look
Yeah,
less
but
like
then-
you're in.
No, but then you cut it through with something else to dry out.
clenbuterol.
Density.
That's really dry.
Yeah,
cuz.
my end goal is the half Ironman, and that's
I think that's fair.
what I care about. But the thing is, too, I love push for run. I love what we've created.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it
Yeah, that's fine.
because I'm actually, and I've only just realized this, like probably the last 2 months. I fully let go of powerlifting. I was
man.
dragging my heels with deadlifts. I'm not deadlifting anymore. I fucked it off. I hated it.
Nice.
I don't want to fucking load that fucking bar up again.
Too
You're just done with the
man.
deadlift,
I'm
Jack.
just done with the deadlift.
Too many
I'm done
reps.
with
too many reps.
full bodybuilding. Start with some pre-fatigue and running 3 days a week. Pre-fatigue's
What's
bad.
your primary? Do you have a primary hinge?
I don't have a primary hinge. That's how much I hate.
Are you high bar squatting
Full
still?
leg
High bar
curl
squatting.
What are you high bar squatting at the moment?
I did 150 for 8s before.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
You shouldn't be.
Why?
I'm fucking high barring 150 for 3.
For 3 reps. I just did 8s.
Yeah, but you
times.
squatted fucking 272 kilos.
I have.
He scored a 280, I think.
That's an old
Malacca,
4 years ago.
I'm sorry. Your baseline is so much
I
higher
agree.
than that.
Your baseline's high. Charles.
No,
What
your
do you- Charlie,
3
here I was
reps.
gas- just remember who
Wait,
was
were you
gassing you up,
Were you wearing
Charlie?
sleeves?
I was gassing
Yeah,
you
but
up.
I'm also
Are
not.
you wearing sleeves?
Yeah.
I'm not wearing sleeves as well. 150 for 3. Charlie, you are significantly
I'm with
better squatter
Buzz.
than me.
No, that's fine. I'm significantly better at everything. But
You're not.
He
Are we
invented
on
it,
par
mate.
physically right now? I'm faster than you and squatting. Fuck.
my drive to squat is not that high. I'm doing it because it's just the baseline, but I'm just happy.
But your
just
baseline has to be a
Don't
baseline.
squat then.
Exactly.
I'm kind of liking it. I just don't want to push it that hard.
You could squat that. I promise you could squat that for 20 right now.
No, I probably could. I could.
Yes.
So you're an RP.
I know I
negative
could.
3.
I know I could. I just don't want to.
All right, fair enough. Different story.
My
Don't.
fanny's on
You are more
bananas.
capable of that. You are so much more capable.
No, I know that. I know that.
you are squatting
I'm
at an
just-
RPE negative.
I'm
like
also
15
training.
right
I'm
now.
not doing squats first. I'm doing hamstrings first.
It's pre-fatigue.
Still,
Are your high bar squats pre-fatigue, mate?
You're
Hey, man,
walk
the
there from the
hamstrings, bro.
car.
Pre fatigue, and then intervals later running. Today's my double 2 a day.
Sounds like a bit of junk volume,
Bam,
man.
bam, bam.
What's junk volume?
Just everything.
Shut the fuck up. No, I could squat more. I just can't be fucked.
Just don't do them.
Yeah, I agree.
I-
Just-
I-
Like 150 for 8. I don't know.
I like it, Charles.
No.
Just keep them ticking.
I'm just keeping them ticking. I'm
They're
keeping
on
them
the, they're-
ticking.
some would say they're on the back burner.
They're on the back burner.
leave them on
Keeping
the back
them
burner.
the
ticking. They're not
flames
priority.
off. The flames.
No. The flame.
it's
No, it's
simmered.
simmering.
It was brought to a boil 2 years ago, and now it's just
It's simmering for
I
squats.
don't even think it's simmering.
It's fucking the pan is in the bin for deadlifts. See you later.
Squat sits at room temperature.
I had this thing where I was like, oh yeah, I pull 320 and fucking do all these endurance events, and then realized I was just doing that for an image, and I was like, I don't actually give a fuck. I don't want to deadlift. I'd rather just do the shit that I'm enjoying, which is
Leg curls.
leg curls.
Pre-fatigues.
Yeah, the GHD. I'm getting close. It's coming. I can feel it. The hamstrings getting stronger. I want to get that body weight.
Feel it in my plums.
Feel it. I can feel it in my asshole. No,
55.
No, the 150. Yeah,
Waste
I
of
don't
time.
care.
Next
it's not
week-
it's not a waste of time.
At some point, it's a waste of time.
No, it's
At some
not.
point,
Why is it a waste of
because
time?
If you let's just say hypothetically, if you could do,
I'm still getting a pump. I'm doing short rests.
if you could do
It's not a waste of
185 for 8, it's like why even squat? Just do something else. Do a leg
What,
extension.
do what one
Do a
one
hack,
eight?
do a hack or something.
If you could do what 1.8 for
Let's
what?
just say if you could do 185 for 8, at some point, if it's intro week, whatever, but at some point 150 is just doing nothing for you.
Yeah, at some point. But I think
I think we're at that point. I think we're at that point.
I'm fine with you doing
I
150
don't think
for
it
eight.
is not doing anything.
Like if
because
150
today I
for
did
8,
it.
if
I don't
150 for 8
like
is a
You
stepping,
put, that's a low test opinion.
if 150 for 8
You gas his bench and deadlift up this hard, and then you
And
go
you-
the other
you-
end.
you make
Young
excuses
bull
for
high
Charlie.
test.
High test.
Hold the bull
Over the
when
hill,
you're
Charlie
swag.
over the hill.
40
Now
minutes.
listen,
I'm
if
falling off the
150
wagon,
for
man.
8 is the stepping stone to 170 for 8 in a few weeks, okay, then 150 for 8 is not a waste of time. But if you're at 150 for 8 with no intention to go higher, like I would love to be at the point where
but
150
where
for
does
8 is an
skill
easy effort, but
development
it's not.
Where
standpoint,
do
you're
we
getting
fuck-
fuck all from that with how good a squatter
Where
you
do we
are.
pull out the? I wasn't intending on going higher.
Well, okay, well,
There was an assumption.
That's
That
what
was
Woods
an
is saying.
assumption.
Woods is saying just go heavier.
I'm just ticking them away very slowly. Next week 155. Next week, and before you know
it.
before you know it, he's
18 weeks to get to an RPE.
So if you,
Chip it, mate.
you could squat 150 for 20 tomorrow, like today. You could go walk
Right
out of this podcast.
Do you reckon you could do
2
150 for
1.
20?
I think you could do 150 for 20.
Oh, maybe.
I think you could do 150 for 20.
Nah, I'm not because I got to run later.
Can we film your 150 for 8 and put it out to the world? Ask for this RPE.
Nah, he'll purposely slow down the last rep.
I've already done it.
And he purposely says,
No, I know.
I filmed it.
Can you send it to Donny?
The boys said they were Tom Platt squats
Nice.
because I was pulsing.
Tom Platts would be embarrassed.
No, fucking
For
fuck Tom
100%. He would be.
Platts. Nah, I like Tom Platts.
Shouts out.
He doesn't
No,
like you.
there's I right now I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Ticking away. Just keeping them. Just chip it.
You're a big ticker.
Ticker.
And I respect that about you. But this is a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time because the alternative is not squatting.
and that's fine. Just do
Well,
something
like,
else.
You just
You
bin
don't have to squat.
deadlifts. Fuck.
Huh?
Just
You-
bin
you
squats.
bin deadlifts.
I binged deadlifts because I was done with them. Even just ticking them, I was like, fuck
couldn't
this.
tick them
I couldn't
anymore.
tick those. I
They were
couldn't
ticked out.
I could not tick them. I could not tick them. But I like ticking the squats. Just ticking them. Tick away.
Tick, tick.
I reckon you'll build bigger quads to another shit.
Is that what is
Yeah.
your goal with the squats? Just tick them? Is
Just tick it. There's no goal. It's just ticket
is
it.
the
Waste
goal
15 minutes.
Is the goal just to tick them?
Tick them and just keep
your goal.
one quad push in there.
Why?
Because I want a quad push.
Then get a better quad push. do something more stimulative.
You got a non-stimulative quad push in there.
Why?
150 for
Because you could squat. If you could squat 150 for 20.
They were
what
hard
do we-
today.
They weren't.
There was
No,
24
because
reps
you
left.
got no one yelling at you and driving you to be better.
Yeah, but I don't want to train with that level of intensity for my squats.
It doesn't sound like you're training to any level of intensity with your squats.
RP6.
Charlie, I love you. It's not a hard set.
It's not.
There's a hard set. We can watch it right now.
We need to calibrate it.
I know
we need an
you,
AMRAP.
you would have moved passively through the last 4 reps.
Shit, man.
If you
Low
could
test.
squat 150
Jamie
for
can
20,
watch it.
it's not a hard set.
All right, this is the end of the podcast. I'm going to watch this and give a RPE.
Let's just ask Craig Allen. He'll crack the shit out. Yeah.
Can you please
He's
send-
undershooting his squats too.
Yeah, man. It's the arc. You can't be at the top of your game of everything.
No one's saying be at the top. Just don't be right at the bottom.
I'm not right at the bottom though.
My like hack squat pendulum. Hit it hard, they
these are
dominant.
fucking RPE, not even on the
Show me,
register.
show me. I need to see it.
He's just like a piston. He's just going up and down like a
Tom
piston.
Platz, mate.
Like,
Tom
he's
Platz. Look
literally
at that.
just-
Bang.
There's no concentric intent whatsoever.
It's
You
just-
just
he's a
cruise out of the
piston.
hole. You're just cruising.
I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a little bit with my squats with my knees. I'm a bit timid because of my knees.
That's right. Just 5 kilos. Next 6 weeks, add 5 kilos a week, and then we'll be happy.
I think
Yeah,
that's what he's gonna
I'll
do.
go 155 next
All
week.
right, now if there's a purpose for tissue tolerance and this slow all right, whatever.
Can you send them to
There's
Donny?
a purpose now.
I would like to score 180 for 8.
Oh, now you'd like to.
All right,
And
we're
you
done.
probably would.
Thank you very
in 2
much.
weeks.
Thank you very much for checking out
There's a
our Surf
purpose.
podcast.
Now there's a purpose. It's all right.
Gas up Charlie on his
Tissue
socials.
tolerance knees.
Tell Charlie to
All
squat
right,
200 for 10.
Leave it on because I got to do the pre-roll.
Tell you what, I was sandbagging my leg curls. Dan Serlin was.
Pre-exhaust was sandbag.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Still on. We're still on.
So your A1 and A2 have been sandbagged.
What happened with the leg curls? We're still
Not
on.
anymore. Not anymore. I did 75 for 10 today, but I was doing like 45. 50. I was fucking
45,
putrid,
man.
yeah,
Oh my
putrid.
god.
What are you doing?
Oh my god.
And then it was one day I was with Dan
I think I
Serlin.
could rip 75 right now and I haven't hit him in
Dan
fucking
Serlin.
months.
He like full stacks. It doesn't.
Dan Serlin.
Dan Serlin is the club
and I was
champion.
like, shit.
Club champion.
Shit, I'm sandbagging these. But I do them with a pause here, pause, and a little bit of control.
We're done.
No, pause the short position.
I like pausing the short position.
Pause lengthened.
Pause because I feel it and in control.
And that's a wrap on episode 123 of Strength Cultures Podcast. If you made it to the end, as always, you are our favorite listeners. Thank you so much for making it to the end and supporting us. If you wanted to help us even further, you can share the episode to someone who might find it valuable, or you could share it on social media. That would also help us a lot. And as always, I just wanted to remind you one last time that we are available for coaching. We have our introduction 6-week gym and coaching package if you're looking to sign up at the gym and work with our coaches more one-on-one and face-to-face, or if you're looking for online coaching and looking to push your training a little bit further, we can help you with our online coaching services. All of the information for our coaching services can be seen in the link down below, first link down below, or you can send the main page a DM or your favorite coach on the podcast a DM, and we'd be happy to set up a chat to get you started. So yeah, thank you very much. We'll see you next week for episode 124.